There needs to be a Steam setting for. What's this? What's this? What's that? Merge these layers up. What's this? Okay. That's correct. So. Just gonna mouse paint. I hate that it goes to feather as soon as you like start typing. I just wanted to not do that. I took off too much on the arm. Just wanted to not do that. Is that so much to ask? Sorry. I think I have a couple of variations here, but I think I'm gonna go with this one for now. Yeah, the math here is difficult. I don't know. Don't know how I'm gonna solve that. Because it's gonna look wrong till the end of time, I think. Let me just get chat up so I don't miss any chats. Also test it out too. Nope, Chrome. Wow, okay, that's interesting. No. Let's see. Let's see. Explore video games. Google is trying to sell me No Man's Sky. I don't know why it's doing that. I wonder why. Is it because I play survival simulation games? Huh. Really makes you think. Let me pop open. What's it called? Oh, there's a new Sam Harris. Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch that. Navigating Sex and Gender with Marty Hasselton. That might be interesting. That might be interesting. I don't know. I'm waiting for the articles and fucking, I don't know, Science or Nature. Wait, what's that? What is this over here? Who did this? Is that on this one? No, then this one. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of that for now. I'm waiting for the articles, and I don't think that's too much to ask. Because the articles I read are not promising for let's call them cutting edge views. Let's see, dystopia. Sounds pretty good. Dreams, a synthwave mix. Sub this guy. This looks good. Let me share that out actually. Let me see. Oh, that one goes to. Oh no, that does go to mine. Okay. You can read the Discord messages in the Alt tab now, which is good. I think I've heard this before. Alright, where's that chat? Chat, yes. There's no games to play. I actually oh no, my account got hacked. No, token expired. That's strange. What's my password for this? Okay. Hopefully that's it. Free. Let me pop open. It's not working. I'm creative official. Hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? Sorry if I missed any messages. I just popped open chat. I don't think it's working for some reason. I can't type anything. Oh no, there we go. All right. It's working for Mixer and Twitch, but it's not working for YouTube. Oh, here we go. YouTube is connected now. Okay. Okay. Let me turn off the lighting for a little bit. Commit these changes. Yeah, commit these changes. Commit these changes. Make a backup layer. I think I like where the face went. Yeah, I'm really bored with all the games. I don't know. Every single player game I play is like one of those survival things. Or like resource management, something like that. Like kind of like EVE Online, but single player. So I figured, like, you know, why not do what I like to call EVE Online on feet. The big problem with EVE for me isn't that it's spreadsheets in space. It's that there's like, it's very difficult to kind of like picture yourself as a ship. It's like, yeah, I'm the ship here. It really kind of breaks some of the immersion for it. It's like, oh, you could say that you're the pilot, but that's like, I don't know. I like to see kind of like a character or something in front of me. So, Black Desert Online basically offers the same thing as Eve. You get spreadsheets, you can do all these things. It offers almost the same experience as Eve for like planning, I guess. What would you call that? Like planning and making decisions and managing resources and stuff. And it looks good, which is nice. It's always nice to look at something that looks great. Eve definitely has the better soundtrack because they have like they keep updating it. I don't know. They keep updating it with every one of these patches. I think when I played Eve, there's always a new bunch of sounds. Black Desert hasn't gotten too many new mixes, which is important to me because I've realized that it's important. And before it was just like, whatever, the music doesn't matter, it's all about the gameplay. But now that there's like a war on gameplay, you can't even say the word because it's somehow because you know, game journalists can't get past tutorial levels, so they don't really understand what is a simulation of labor, and that's kind of my definition for gameplay. It's a simulation of some sort of labor in an environment where you can experiment. So whether it's accuracy or accuracy being for first-person shooters, or management planning, some sort of high-end labor, or at least mid-end labor with no repercussions. Because that's most of what this is like memory testing. Gotta remember the crafting recipes, gotta count out the costs, you know, things like that. That's most of what it is. That's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to do it without, you know, without actually getting autistic about it. Like, the second you get autistic about it, you really do break out Excel. That's when it starts to get less fun, I think. Cause it kind of makes it dry, right? Like, the whole fun part of it, I think, is to, you know, suddenly come up with a rational, like, just purely rational claim about some aspect of the game. Like, here's an example, because it's difficult to abstract any of this. I noticed that I was processing all the materials, and because you could get a little bit more stuff, and then I'm just like, well, if I just get workers to do it, I wouldn't have to do all this work. I would just sit by and let it automate. Because at the point that I have it right now is that I have too much materials to process and all this stuff, and it's like, at this point, all those workers that are getting materials, I'm not really using the materials, they're just going into overstock, and then it's like, what's even the point then? And so, like, it's those types of little realizations and the payoff for doing something right, resetting up everything and being like, yes, now it's more efficient. We've made this more efficient. You know, that's the payoff there, I think. But when you do it with a spreadsheet, that kind of just like takes out the fun of it. Makes it less of an art, more of a, what's it called? Sterile, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. Just boring, not game. Not game. If there's game, then there's not game. What What do I want to say? Something about... Oh yeah, yeah. Sam Harris linked out a really fun read. It's a critique of I guess the value and the way, not really even the value, more like the way the education system has devalued mathematics. And turned it into something like just completely boring and stupid and just like it's like it's a very, very funny allegory, I think, because he makes the argument that mathematics is an art, and I think for the most part he's correct. It's not an art when you reduce it to something like try refresh. Let me see. I think Twitch has figured out what I'm doing, and they're like, we're not letting you, what's it called? Let me see. Pick up your brands, because that would be annoying somehow. Try refresh. I have same results. Good for me. Chat is huge on stream though. Oh yeah, that's because I'm like super zoomed in. I should probably make it a little smaller. It's so I can kind of see it sometimes. Let me see. Let me type something out and see what the delay is like. 3, 2, 1, 0. That's a 3-second delay. That's pretty. Hey, that's pretty good. I would say that no, Twitch is not cracking down on me. Good to know. Thank you, Twitch. Let me try to boost up those networks. Try to get people from, you know, some of these other places to come over to you. Or, you know, maybe trade. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows how it'll work out? You can't know a priori how the deck will stack itself. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah. Sorry about the buffering, if it did happen. But yeah, like, it's a really fun piece, a really fun read. So like it makes the allegory of what would happen if we treated any other subject like this, and it starts with my painting, my favorite thing, and it's like, well, what if we just taught everyone to paint by numbers, and we pretended like that was what painting was, and that's basically what has happened to math and math education, and people don't use this math, no one uses it, no one really cares about it. They're taught it, and then they're basically taught to hate it, and people who might have been interested in it no longer are interested in it because they're just driven out of mathematics, period. And the people who are good at this brand of math are only really good at kind of just repeating things that really aren't all that important if you like are actually thinking about, well, what is the actual thing that mathematicians do? And it's not that they do calculator work, which is kind of what you're taught to do. And so it's, again, it's like one of those funny things, I guess. But it's a really fun read. I recommend it. It's by a professor of mathematics, and It's got it's got characters in it. It's like a narrative. It's like a I don't know. It's like almost like a play in parts. It's pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. I put it up on Twitter. You guys hit me up there. You can see it. Really fun stuff. But yeah, it's like why did we do this? Why did we make like mathematics standard for everybody, even though honestly the way that it's taught is not good for anybody really, and until you get to the higher levels of math, you're not gonna it's not gonna click in your head how much of it works. It's like you're taught a dumbed down version of something just to get you through the system, and then it's like, yeah, that's great. Everybody maths now. But yeah, it would be a real shame if something like that happened to music or something else, where it's like, okay, you're now required to take this musical notation class, everybody, even though no one really wants to. And then like, what is music? And it's like, oh, it's really about, you know, reading music. It's not about creating something new, which is kind of the same thing that is, you know, math, like proper. It's figuring out something that's like, oh, you could just like, you could do calculus, you know, just from nothing. That'd be kind of cool. Or conceiving of something like a black hole, just mathematically, you know. And that has nothing to do with this brand of math everyone's taught. It's just a fun read. I recommend. Plus, I really enjoyed the allegory to painting. It's not about actually making any of your own paintings. It's about the painting by numbers and stuff like that, you know? That's what it is. Gonna be trying to get some of these edges and shapes to play well. If I do it right, then I could just jam the lighting on top of it, and then Did I bake those in? Yeah, I did. Okay. I just bake those out. Bake them in and bake them out. Smart. Drawing on the reference layer. Classic. Don't really want to touch the hands yet. It's still kind of iffy on the bigger body masses. I want to make this one a little bit more 3D. Give it some interesting little designs. Gonna hop, got some art of my own to do. Have fun. Enjoy. Enjoy. Thanks for dropping in. Thinking about what could be a good design here. What I will eventually do is probably have like a lot of it covered by skin. I don't really want it to be super robotic. It's just like concepts I'm dropping in temporarily. I want her to look mostly human and then like have bits and pieces that I really like kind of just shine through. Whoops. Oh, fuck. Am I on the lighting layer? Shit. How did I get there? Okay, well, I guess I have to bake in the lighting now. Shit. Okay, cause yeah. Yeah, looks like I baked it in. Nothing to do now, I guess, but to bake it in, unfortunately. Not a big deal. I would have preferred to keep it separate till closer to the end so that I can decide. Make more decisions rather. Not have to redo it, because I'm gonna have to redo it now. Not really that big a deal. These people are crazy at my job. They feel like I gotta be there like 24/7. I'm not sure I want to be there 24/7. And they're doing these things where it's like, can you stay for an extra hour? It's like, I could, but like, you're already getting 100% out of me. And I know you're not gonna give me overtime, so how about no? I like to phrase it like, oh, whatever it is you want to do, but you know that there's like a coercive element behind that type of speech. It's like, oh, if you don't do it, I'm not gonna fire you. It's like, I'm already here. 80 hours, you know, every 2 weeks. This is like craziness. That extra hour, I can't do it because I'm literally here too many hours. It's gotten to the point where I can't work an extra hour because I'm already working that extra hour. And then they tried to do this thing where they gave me 1 day off a week. You know, perfectly normal. And then they're like, could you come in on this? Could you come in on this day? It's like, no. What? Like, no? How about no? I've made other plans and cannot come in. It's like, my man. Plus, they do these things that are just like really, really dirty that I'm not a big fan of. They called in a manager on her day off and they fired her ass right there. I feel like that's a little cold-blooded. You know, you get 1 day off a week or something and then you get called in and you come in, you're just like, I'm tired, I want to go home. And then you're just like, you could go home, you're fired. And I'm just like, God damn, that is so cold-blooded. That's so dirty. Just send her a text message, man. At that point, you know, it would be more friggin' more nice. How about a trapezoid here instead of you won't be able to know that it's a trapezoid. I guess I should design her chair. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like it. Like every time I look at it, it just comes up as an error. Like this isn't the correct thing. This has to be here. Alright, let me see how my autism is doing. One sec. Yeah, it's like autism isn't done yet. Alright. Kind of hoping that, oh, shit. Kind of hoping, no, that's not the right window. God damn it. Why? Kind of hoping that the next gen of video cards come out. I might think about, you know, either purchasing, like, I don't usually do this, like purchasing, what's it called? The actual next gen. I usually just wait till the previous generation is like just up for $100-$200, and I just grab one of those, and that usually, for me, honestly, not that. Hey, what's up, Bazary? What's going? Shit. What's going on? And then I'll just buy one of those for $200. So like a 1080 that someone paid like $400-$500 for. I might grab, or I might grab two of them, you know, like one of those ballers. Working and distracting myself with streams, same. Yeah, just chilling out, man. Just chilling out. Trying to figure out this little painting. You know, make it interesting. I think this one could be cool if I, you know, if I really push it. I feel like I can get a interesting color palette going that I don't really have in my work usually, and so that'll stand out in the portfolio, and so, you know, Why? Why blue? It's supposed to be green. My mind just goes to blue for some reason. I'll make one of those like little lightning bolts. Yeah, you know, chilling out, talking. Trying to figure out where I want to end her head. I think I want another. I was thinking about designs for the chair. Maybe I need something there, but my thought was like a circle there, but that like meshes too much with the shape of the head, and it becomes like, oh, you have like two circles there. That's not cool. So it's probably gonna be just another bar of some sort. Maybe not, I don't know, I need a slightly better idea, I think. So far it's too boxy. I kind of want something more organic. Like some sort of spine connectors. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. It's tough to stream, and like I kind of view it as really fun and something I want to do. But like it does take energy to do it. Like it's not a free action, even if it is fun and it's something that I, work for like all week. Yeah, it is energy. And then it's like, I might ask for less hours, because like it's just, I I don't think I can keep working at this pace. Also, it creates moral hazard. Everyone else is working like 20 hours a week. And like, why are we only getting 20 hours? And there's this one dude that does nothing at the job. He just literally takes 15-minute breaks at the computer for like a whole day. And he's like, huh, why am I not getting hours? This doesn't make sense. I'm out here hustling. It's like, have you tried doing your job? I don't know. I try not to talk shit about people at the place, cause it's like, I don't really care enough. Like, I've actually thought more about the efficacy of like interpersonal relationships and things like that more than really anything else. Rather than it's like, oh, I could do this dude dirty. I helped him with an aisle and he got like, wow, this is like, most of his aisles look like shit, but I helped him out on that one. And she's like, the manager's like looking through them and it's like, oh man, all these suck except this one. This one's pretty good. So you can't tell me that you you can't do good work. And so it's like, but that's the one I did, you know? But like, I wouldn't say shit like that, cause like I feel like that it's just not worth to do. It's not worth to like blow up someone's bullshit. Cause I don't know. I feel like I don't really believe in karma, but I believe in like manifesting it. I believe more in like game theory, something like that. It's not even really a belief. It's more like this is biological reality that we kind of, our ethics are built upon sort of some version of reciprocity. It doesn't have to be like, oh, it's the golden rule. Everything is the golden rule. Don't you understand? It's the golden rule. It explains everything. Haha. You see, lobsters, they believe in the golden rule, and so all of ethics is actually just lobster machinations. But yeah, if you look through some of the things in like some of these new sciences that aren't, you know, I would say that they have a very strong problem, because some of the criticisms that were laid before some of the more foundational sciences like physics could easily be laid at the feet of something like evolutionary psychology. Like, this is all teleology. It's like it's a just so story that just keeps repeating throughout the texts. It's like, just so, it couldn't have been any other way, just so. And this was like a critique in the 60s of some of these sciences that really wasn't necessitated, honestly, by anything really other than maybe evolution. And the other critiques were like scientism, where you have self-referential theory-latedness. So everything is based on like one axiom or theory, and then everything else is just like derivative of that, and it just references it over and over and over it, and it's just like, yeah, this is true. You just got, because like it's been referenced so many times, and so now it's just it's epistemologically true now. So there's no fighting it. And so, you know, there was a lot of critique like that against you know, very legitimate enterprises. Somehow the people that were making those critiques were not putting them towards their own sciences. Like, I don't know, sociology, for instance, did not get any of the critique that they manufactured. They only used it against like physics or something. It's like, oh, you can't just assume a theory of relativity. Haha. It's just not how it works. And it's like, yeah, okay, let's do that to sociology. Like, oh, let's not. Let's not do that. That's a bad idea. But yeah, if you look at EvoPsych, it's a very big just so story. just so the giraffe could only be the way that it is. It couldn't have been any other way. You know, the heart has to be that big to what's it called? Deliver circulation to something so huge. You know, it has to be this way, and it can't be any other. So, so their explanations of ethics as game theory is also kind of a just so story. It's like just so, you know, it's just the manifestation of game theory, and if you do right by someone, they could, you know, they basically do a calculation where it's like, oh, well, you know, I can do wrong by you here, and I could get some small bonus or something like that, and then some short-term gain. But, you know, if the other side notices, they could retaliate, things like that. So you kind of do this calculation in your mind without knowing about it. You see, that's the thing about a lot of these systems is that it's kind of like laid into the subconscious, and you can't really. It's difficult to make a claim about them, so it's interesting that they're just like, yep, that's just how it is. No more thought here. Just that's it. It's game theory. Which you know, it's a good what's it called? It actually it works very practically. Like the way we do science is what is that word? Gosh. Intuitive I think it's like an intuitive epistemology or intuitive truth. But what that means is basically that if something works, that means it's true. And this is how we've been doing like physics for a very long time. You know, Dawkins makes this argument a lot. If you base it on science, planes fly. If you base it on religion, why am I doing Ben Shapiro's voice? They don't, and so it works. Bitches. That's a direct quote. So yeah. So in some sense it is kind of true, but it's leaving up a lot of these holes. They're kind of a problem if you want to make, you know, policy based on science, because there's a lot of people out there just like, oh, there's no need for philosophy, we'll just science it, you know, like Sam Harris, for instance. We just need to science the shit out of it, man. Don't you know there's like a Facebook group, I fucking love science, so you just need to join that and then you'll understand ethics. Haha. Yeah, I'm not sure you can just do that then. You know, this sounds a lot like the same mistakes that, you know, we've always been making, to me anyway. You know, with saying something like, okay, well, you know, maybe slavery's not so bad. Let's just put a passage in the Bible that it's okay. And it's like, oh, it's in the Bible, that means it's true. Same thing here. It's kind of like, well, we don't know if there's no way to disprove this. The positive proof for the opposite of this is impossible, so we have to assume that this is the truth. You know, something like that. It's very unskeptical. Let's call it unskeptical. The slur for it would be scientism. What to do with that background? But yeah. I guess I kind of just like the explanation that it's game theory. That makes it much more palatable. In dealing with people. It also makes you able to make very, very strong predictions, which is kind of what science is supposed to do. Make very strong predictions based on models about how someone's going to behave. There's that intuitive epistemology again. It's like if it works, it's true. Hey Jesse, what's up, dude? What happened last time? Interwebs died? Last time, yeah, I think the stream shut down. I think oh yeah, Photoshop died, and I had to what's it called? I had to restart my computer to keep streaming. Yeah, that was painful. Like, that was the first crash I had in like a long, long time. Other than, you know, that one crash that also happened. Yeah, it's big files, man. I think it was a big file anyway. Oh wait, no, it's this one. This one's very small. I don't know why it crashed. 1.25 gigabytes. Maybe it's not so small right now, but it was. Please believe. It was small. Let me see, what's here? References. This reference I don't really need anymore. I feel like I'll keep it around, actually. I'll keep it around and merge it into these. What's this one? Yeah, I'll keep this one around too. You missed the blue screen of death? I don't. I mean, it still happens like once in a while. Some of my machines are running Windows 95, for instance. Or no, it's Vista, I think. Yeah, it's Vista. Yeah. Yeah, it's what's it called? Intellectually, executively chosen because of that. It's a sci-fi. It's vaporwave. So vaporwave really fits. Oh wait, synthwave. Sorry, synthwave, not vaporwave. Too many waves. Too many waves. Too many waves. But yeah, what's up, Jesse? How's it going? Let me just do this real quick. Pop, 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 pop. What was it? Shopping? No. Drying? No. Heating? I think it was heating. Like, shit, I don't remember what you had to do with the arm. I just look at it, I guess. Hold on, let's see, where is it? Can be modified using. Wait, what do you mean, alchemy? Oh, maybe simple alchemy? No? do I do this? I don't remember. Oh, it's grinding. Never mind. Okay. All right, everything's good. Fingers work great. I could almost have a rematch with the wall. I hope you've learned your lesson and aren't gonna do that. Commit these changes. Why are these not committed? These should. Oh, okay, right, because I baked in the lighting there. Okay. I accidentally baked in the lighting, and then now I have to do another lighting pass. I'd have to do one anyway, but like I could have used that lighting pass to just do the lighting. But now I'll just, you know, make another layer. Separating layers is just like impossible for me. It just doesn't work every single time. I have most of the torso shape-wise figured out, I think, but the legs are still like my big problem, so I need something. Oh, I need to make them more believable, I think. They're very unshaped. I think I had something here, but let me see. Let me see if I can find a reference for this that would work better. Synthwave. So you think you're gonna start drawing soon? Or is it just gonna be like, well, my hands hurt, so I can't draw, so I'm not gonna, haha. Let me see, woman sitting? Is it gonna be a sitting position? Just drag this over here for a little bit. Because it's one of those always on top things. This is kind of close, but I wish you had like a bikini. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just search for women sitting bikini. That's perfect, but okay. I think I can use this for some parts of it. Not others. What this image needs is a realistic vagina. That's all it needs. Then we're done. Rest in pastrami. I've been sketching with my phone, but it's so small it's not easy. How are those coming out? Phone sketches seem like size matter. Yes, it is. Okay, I think this one will work for parts of it. I just need this part. Jesse's pretty good. He's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm too lazy to hit Shift M. I keep hitting Shift N instead. Ah, it's not working. Why? Whatever. I can just do this. Why didn't... Oh, wait. Why can't I do that? Why can't I switch it to fucking... That's a different tool. Whatever. Whatever. Just like... Makes sense, I guess, that it is a different tool. The thing is that the look is a little bit more down. So it's like it's this leg is correct, this leg is not. And so like I just I'm not sure if I can show this one, but this is like perfect. Maybe I can just get her leg. Let me just snipping tool her leg. And I think we'll be good. Can I get a close-up on the vagina? Mavagoo. I didn't even like ask for girls spreading legs, but all of these are like spreading legs. It's like there's those there's girls sitting and it's all just like here it is. Let me see. Anyway. Jesse doesn't do workshops because he's doing actual work. No need for workshops. Who needs socializing? All right, so I don't really need this one. I just need these two, really. Socializing, it's weird. Man cave painting is the true ethic of existence. Gook. Pretty juice. Yeah, I think I made the pelvis a little bit long. You people and you're going outside. No thanks. I only go outside because I have to. But no, we just went to like sushi yesterday. Man, it's so convenient to have Uber. I just gotta like, Uber is like my favorite thing in the world. Cause like usually you get, when you're riding with two, you actually save money on the bus. You don't have to wait for it. It's just like perfect. I don't know. When it's like When it's like that, I just treat myself. I also give like tips because, like, you know what, they're probably not getting paid by Uber. I heard Uber does like the dirtiest shit to their employees, so maybe not great as a company, but as a service, goddamn, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It's the best. I know you guys have taxis that are super cheap already, so you don't need to worry about things like Uber. But if you get in a taxi here, it's like doubly expensive. But if it's an Uber, which you dial in on your app, then it's just like, yes. Yes, please. Just making her codpiece. Oh, you have Uber in Poland? That's dope. I just love the idea that it's like probably really bad for the economy because like you're creating what's it called? You're killing off actual jobs for people that would have been paid well, and so you're killing off careers and automating it, which isn't great, but it's kind of the way things happen. So that's an interesting innovation. I might do that. Paid over $50 so many times to get taxi home after club night. Oh boy. Like Jesse doesn't hang out with artists. He hits up those clubs. I don't know. I used to go clubbing when I was like young. Nowadays it's just like, but when I was young, I didn't enjoy it either. It was just like too loud. Everyone smoked. Here's another synthwave music mixtape that's just fantastic. Fits the paintings really well. If you're doing, you know, sci-fi paintings, this is really good to get juiced. I feel like the music helps. Music is important. I hope I'm killing carriers of most taxi drivers in Poland because there was like a study conducted and 90% of them cheated on actual pricing and mileage to people, artificially pumping prices up by like 40%. A product is only worth what people are willing to pay for it. So if people are willing to pay, that means it wasn't really artificial. But it wasn't, you know, let's call it legitimate business practices, right? When you think about it, the price of anything, it really is dictated by, not by the costs at all, ever. So, just like anything. Like, what is art really worth, Bazary? Let's talk about, what oh boy. Yeah, but now the taxi drivers want to ban Uber, so that's a bit dictating. Yeah, they do want to ban Uber, sure, because most places, like, we have these things called medallions. So before, to be a taxi driver, you can't just be some guy off the street. You actually have to have some corporation that owns a medallion to tell you, like, okay, we hired this guy, he's a taxi driver, he's not gonna sexually assault you. There's a limited amount of them, what's called, and the state gives them out. And so, I know in like, in a lot of the post-Soviet spaces, they're not gonna do that though. Or like Poland, I guess. The amount of times Poland has disappeared off the map, I just kind of lost track, so I'm not even sure. I'm probably thinking like Lithuania. In Finland. In Finland, we just got a new taxi law. Basically, anyone could be a taxi driver. Yeah, that's pretty safe. That's no one's gonna like. That's gonna be great. I can tell you why, because there's an influx of unskilled labor, and you need a way to, you know, deal with it. And taxi driving is one of those ways. So. I don't know. I feel like the state should outsource these things to the public. I don't think the state should be involved in a lot of these businesses. There's really no need for it. That's a little bit of a libertarian position. I got two designs for the arms of the chair. I don't know which one I'll go with. Whichever one I like, I guess. Whichever one I like. The most at the end of the day. I don't even want to touch those hands. Actual taxi companies have competition, price gouging goes down. That's true, but you got to think of it also, you know, like maybe maybe it's nice that people get paid for this because they're then willing to put effort into it and put effort into the job. So it would be in effect kind of like, what if, you know, I'm not a big fan of like state going in and saying like, okay, you need a permit to be an artist or something like that. I think that's really fucking retarded. So I'm not sure. As long like, cause there's already a like you need to have a driver's license and things like that. But then I'm pretty sure a lot of these people, like in some countries where they've done this, where anyone can be a driver, depending on how closely the state monitors. I think it's Thailand or some shit like that. Thailand or some place had a huge controversy where it was just like people were just like literally murdering people in the streets. I think it was Thailand. It was really bad. People would just drive over people. And so, like, depending on what the infrastructure is like, what the demographics are like, what can you do? You know, how ethical is the populace? You know, sometimes libertarian solutions really fail. You can't do everything everywhere. And some places can't have, like, don't deal well with the freedom. That's just kind of how it is. Like, we always kind of look at outcomes, like what's the outcome of this, and then we make a decision. I think that's how it should be, honestly. But yeah, I think there was a big story recently. Let me just look it up. Taxi Thailand controversy. Let me just look up taxi controversy. Fuck, it was on like Phillip, so I kind of like trust the source. One of these places. It was just like a whole nation state was having Algeria. There it is. I think Algeria, I believe. It's one of these countries. I don't remember. Some backwater country. I don't know. Some shithole. And so some places, libertarian solutions really fail. Like I feel like in Poland or Finland, it might work out. You know, I feel like that might be. Algeria really isn't safe anywhere. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like, some countries, they have these like weird sets of ethics and laws which allow you to do just crazy things by our standards. Like in China, if you hit someone with a car, you have to pay their medical bills for the rest of their lives. But if you murder them with the car, you back up a couple times, you no longer have to do that. You just pay the one-time fee, and no one goes to jail. It was an accident. And so what happens is it incentivizes people to behave way worse than they would have. And so, like, you know, some places you just like would make a mockery of ethics. I think with some of these laws, just like what? It's like, yeah, so we thought about it, and we want to incentivize our population to kill each other instead of doing this. And here's why. There's too many of them. You know, I feel like this was like a boardroom somewhere. It's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we don't need to have people that are on like disability in China. Maybe that's a bad idea in general. So like, why don't we incentivize this type of thing, this type of behavior, these sets of ethics? I feel like that literally happened, though I'm not sure. Well, you can't know, but it's like, it feels like there's got to be a reason why you know you heard something like, oh, okay, and so but this incentivizes people to kill people, and then you just like, that's pretty good, that's a great idea, you know, let's pass that into law. There's got to be a reason for that, and it's the low value of the human person in this country. That's really all it is. And always boils down to economics. You could put a number on someone's value as a human being, then you're just doing math at that point, and it's not the good kind of math, it's the bad kind of math. Haha, utilitarianism. Please no kill. But yeah, if you Google Chinese why it's better to kill in China rather than maim, Darnis, Joseph Goebbels, who? No, I'm saying this is bad. It's not. I'm here arguing for lobster ethics, and I believe the best ethics are those that the lobsters have. Clipped and edited already? What? No. I don't even know. I don't even know how you could, like, how you could twist. I feel like someone out there does that, but only for anyone who actually matters. Like, if you did that to me, it wouldn't really matter at all, because you can't really get clicks on some random